What's going on, guys? So today we're looking at two of the cheapest men's watches from Temu. I was very curious about how crappy these things would be. Both of these were under $6. The one in the box here was $5.48, and the one that doesn't have a box here was $2.60. This one I got on sale. They have flash sales constantly. The prices are constantly changing as well. As I've mentioned before, they have different, vendors, so there could be 500 people selling the same thing at slightly different prices, right? But I think the full price for one of these is more like $3, maybe $3.50, something like that. So we'll start with this one. These aren't the cheapest ones, but they're close to it. Like if you just literally put watch, you will find 99-cent watches that are basically just wristbands with a digital watch in it. And those, of course, are unisex, but if you specifically search for men's watch or watch for men, then these are the cheapest. All right, so let's take a look at this. As far as the back, how you attach this, we have a clasp, all right? It's really simple. It does work totally fine. So this pushes through the bar, all right, and then, click shut. It does work. This is supposed to look like a seamless bracelet, like there is no watch, but you can definitely tell the fat head that's on here. So if you hit the top button, you can see the time. I'm filming this at 6:22 p.m. That is actually the real time. I can tell you that I've adjusted this a couple times. I got these a few months ago, and I have to say, after like about a month's time or so, this is off 1 minute, and that is not bad at all, because that keeps better time than my like $40 or $50 Casio that I wear for work. So that's interesting. So if you quickly click it again, you'll have the day and date. So it is 5/5. And then again, real quick, you'll have the seconds. It only show a couple of those seconds. It basically gives you an idea of how close you are to the next minute, right? So let's see, want to see what time it is? Oh, it's 6:22 p.m. All right, on 5/5. And it's almost the next minute. Does that make sense? I wish when you went to the second hand, or whatever second display it is, I kind of wish that it was programmed so that it would just show that constantly, so that you could maybe time someone for something if you're timing within a minute. But anyway, and then the bottom one is to adjust. Okay, I'm not going to adjust right now because I don't want to throw it off, but once you go to a mode, you hit the bottom button and it'll blink, and then you will cycle through at the bottom and then adjust at the top. It's really that simple. Couldn't be any more basic. They do come in different colors. This has the red LEDs with the black bracelet. They have like a stainless one with blue LEDs. I think they might have the stainless one with the red, but they have different like color combinations. Now I got fat wrists. I'm a big boy, all right, if you don't know, if you're new to the channel. And this thing just barely fits me. I don't even know if I could do this on camera right now because it's hard to clasp it, but it does actually fit my wrists. All right, so if you do have a larger wrist size, you can get this to fit. All right, if I can hook it on there and push it through, maybe. Yep. Get the clasp. There we go. So I mean, it's pretty snug. It's not going to swing around on me, but it's there. It's not cutting the circulation off or anything. So there you go. You're probably not going to, swap out your EDC watch that you already carry, but it's kind of cool for kids. It's like, I mean, for, what was it, $2.60? I was just curious. I'm not going to actually wear this. I did wear it around the house. I was just curious if this clasp would actually break on me, because I assumed it would pretty easily, but it didn't. I didn't do anything extreme with it, but anyway, no markings on the back at all. Like I said, really straightforward, super cheap, but you know what, it works, and it does keep better time than a watch that's a lot more expensive. So that's kind of interesting. This one will probably, well, I was going to give it to my nephew, but I really have to take a couple of links out of there and make it a lot smaller. All right, so the other one looks pretty nice. I mean, upon initial inspection here. All right, very common watch style. I mean, if you talk to someone who has no idea at all about watches and you were just wearing this watch, you might even get a compliment on it. Hey, that's a nice looking watch, But anyone who knows anything about watches would quickly realize it's not, you know, anything to really write home about. The first thing is it has a very light band. Like the actual links are just rolled metal. And if I come in on the side, you can see this is exactly the same style of open links that were on fake Rolexes all through the 90s. So if you went to, I think I've talked about this, but I took a trip, a school trip in the 90s. I want to say it was middle school. It wasn't even high school yet. It was like 8th grade. That's right. It was an 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C., you know, learn about America and all the monuments and go to the museums, all that kind of stuff, which was super fun, by the way. I really loved that trip. But on that trip, we had panhandlers and bums and just like swindlers. Literally while we were in traffic in Washington, D.C., the bus, it was hot. You know, it was, I don't know what time of year. It was definitely warm out, though. We were sweating on the bus, so the windows were open. And, you know, like a lot of school buses, you know, the windows don't even shut. Half of them are broken. And these people were selling fake Rolex watches and gold chains through the windows to us children. I remember buying one for 20 bucks. And the one I bought was a woman's size fake Rolex. I didn't realize it wasn't even a man's watch. But yeah, they got me for 20 bucks. I thought it was kind of cool. But anyway, the point is that the side, the links looked identical to this. It couldn't be cheaper than that. It's just literally like crimped over, right? So anyway, that's the first thing. As far as like the style, let me zoom out more. It is a chronograph style watch, but it's not functional. All right, so we do have other dials on here. These buttons do nothing. They don't turn. They don't push in, click, nothing. You just have your main, you know, little knob there to adjust the date and time. It does work, and as you can see, it is keeping pretty good time. I have not adjusted this. This keeps better time than, again, my $40 or $50 Casio that I wear. But yeah, I mean, it's cheaply made, but the movement is just, it's a cheap movement that works. So there's something to be said about that. It also keeps the right date. Right? You can see the 5 there. So let's get a closer look on the head. So again, these other two dials are non-functional. They're just fake. What is interesting is that this does have a rotating bezel. All right, so the bezel does rotate, and the purpose of that, obviously, if you want to time something, so let's say the second hand is down here, you can quickly, instead of waiting for it to go all the way around again, let's say I want to time someone running, right? I say, all right, and go. And then they're running around and doing their thing. It's been 5 seconds, right? Oh, it's been 10 seconds. So that's the purpose of being able to rotate these dials, but yeah, I mean, it's interesting that it actually does rotate. So yeah, there's that. Clasp works totally fine. All right, let's see, what's this saying here? I think it's just stainless, for stainless steel. Let me zoom out. Again, big wrists here, but it does fit on my wrist. All right, it is adjustable. This has play even in it, right? So this, I mean, I can rotate this around if I needed to, right? You can see it's not super tight at all. There's actually quite a bit of room in there, right? And there's many pin spots on the clasp itself, and you can take off links if you wanted to. So this is fully adjustable. You know what I'm saying? Like if you wanted to look like you have a classy looking watch on, but literally not care about it because it's $6 or less, you know? Like I don't know what activity you would do, rock climbing, and just smash this on a rock, or this would be great for like a magician. Let's say there's some kind of a you know, comedy type magician trick where you break a watch. Well, hey, this is $7. So you're wearing your fancy watch, you're doing your thing, and okay, here's my trick, I need a watch. You take the watch off and you know, hit it with a hammer, you see it's broken, and maybe it's part of a trick. That might be the purpose of having a super cheap watch. I don't know. But, you know, it works. There's no shame in it. It totally works. These watches, although like the cheapest possible, they function. And I think it's hilarious that they kept better time than, again, my $30 to $50 Casio. So, you know, it is what it is. I was just totally curious about these. I'm not looking to wear these at all. Like I said, maybe I'll give it to my nephew or something, or give them away or whatever. But yeah, there you go. I killed my curiosity. I thought they wouldn't work. I thought they'd be even worse than they are, and they're way, you know, exceeding the expectations I had for these guys. Also, real quick on the back here, this is a branded watch. It's a Notion R. And what's interesting about this is that you can find these, see, Notion R. You could find these on like Amazon and stuff for $15 to $20. So it's not like even a no-name. It actually has a real branding that costs 3 to 4 times as much on Amazon. It's just offered even cheaper on Temu, and I'm sure other places all over the internet. You know, all these different foreign sites. So anyway, I'm here to report that they're way better than you would imagine for, you know, $3 and $6 respectively. Interesting stuff. So that's all. Let me know if you have experience with super uber cheap watches and what you think of these. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.